Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today I am doing a collaboration with a few of my friends here on YouTube, two of them to be exact. We are doing a tag video that was actually created, I think, by Charlotte Holdcroft. I'm not 100% sure. So I saw her do a video last week, and I think it was, if I could only have one of every makeup category, what would it be? And I just thought that would be kind of fun to do because I would love to see how it differs between people and what their choices would be. So I asked my friends Heather Coyne and Tara Lee Does Makeup if they wanted to collab on this, and they agreed. So we decided to go ahead and pick our favorite products from each category. Now I know that Heather is going to film the day that we're posting this, so hers may not be up, but as soon as hers is up I will link it, so be sure to go and check that out as soon as that's out. I'm not even sure what time Tara is posting hers, to be honest. So they'll be up. I'll link them down below. I'll link their channels down below, so if not the link to the video, you'll see the link to their channel. Please go and subscribe to them. They're both lovely ladies. They're amazing people, and they just love playing with makeup just for fun, no drama, no nothing. So if you enjoy content like that, then you definitely want to check them out. Heather is one of the sweetest people I've met. She's so kind. She's always got loving words to say to everybody. And you know, she watches everyone's videos. She shows her support, so I love that. Tara, you guys know I did a collab with her recently as well. She does a lot of funky makeup looks, which I love. She does beautiful colors, and she's so sweet too. I am just so thankful to have found a friend in both of them. I think they're amazing people, but you guys need to go check out their channels. They've both got awesome content, and they're the sweetest personalities. You're not going to be sorry. So do go check them out. Now, before we get in the video, I do want to mention, I think that it looks a little bit different. So that's actually because I tried out my prime lens that I have, the 50mm one, whereas normally I use just the 18-55 that came with my camera. So I don't know if I like this because I tried playing with the setup and I can't really see myself there because I'm sitting all the way here. You guys are like a couple feet away from me, so I hope that the sound quality and I hope that the video quality is all good. If you see me looking into the viewfinder, it's just I'm trying to make sure that everything's good to go. I have no idea though, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope it's not too distracting and all of that. So I'm just going to get right into it. I've already got my products laid out. I went through all of my stuff just to kind of make sure and see what it was that I would pick. So I'll kind of start from like the face products, and we'll move into like the eyes and stuff. And I just went off of, or I just based mine off of what Charlotte Holdcroft's video was. So I didn't really like, I know she didn't do eyeliner, so I didn't bother throwing an eyeliner. And I'll explain why too when I get there, I guess. But just so we start, we're going to start with primer. So for my primer, I actually picked this one. I'll show you guys close-ups as well. This is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. It is by First Aid Beauty, and it's just a priming moisturizer. It's just a moisturizer. So why I prefer this is because you guys know I have dry skin. I actually bought a new one from Embryolisse, and I bought that during the Beautylish event, but I haven't used it yet. I do know that I love that one because it's been used on my skin in the past, so I would say that probably that one, but because I hadn't used it, I didn't feel right pulling it out. So I'm going to go with this one, which is my Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. It's so moisturizing if you're super dry and you need something to kind of help your foundation underneath. My preferred way to apply this is actually with a brush, and typically I just like using one of these type of foundation brushes because I feel like I never use these for foundation. So these brushes usually get used for masking or things like applying moisturizers or skincare. So that is what I would pick for my primer. Next, we move on to, okay, so before we even move into foundation, I'm going to move into concealer because I don't typically, okay, so I don't typically care for like a highlighting concealer. Like I don't go for a lighter than my face to brighten up or anything. I can do that with powder as well. My concerns are with respect to color correcting. So I picked a color correcting concealer. It was kind of a fight between my Becca Under Eye Brightening Primer or this one. And I went with this one because I can use this kind of all over the face, whereas the Becca, I can use it all over the face, but it looks best under the eyes. And so I picked my Vasanti Liquid VO2 Color Correcting Concealer. This is basically like an orange corrector, but it's not super orange. It's actually a lot more peachy. This is made in Canada. And it is owned by brown women. So I think that was awesome. They created this product because if you guys know, a lot of concealers on brown skin tend to look a little bit more ashy, especially when we're trying to cover the dark spots like under our eyes, around our lips, and whatever. I find that this one really works well. Before this, I was using one by a brand called True Fiction, which was a little bit drier, but I actually do prefer this. I feel like it blends into the skin really, really nicely, and it's really, really beautiful. So I do highly recommend that, and that's what I would go with. Out of everything that I have, that's probably like my favorite. For foundation, now you guys are going to be like, okay, why would you pick this when it's just the one foundation that you're going to have and you can pick whatever you want? This one sits the best on my skin. And I think it's surprising because for a lot of people it doesn't. And it's also probably one of the best color matches for me as well. So that being said, I picked the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. My shade is in Almond. I can probably alter maybe a shade up or down too. And if I wanted to, I could mix. But this is my go-to. It's so nice. I'm wearing it today. And I just like it. Every time I have this on, I feel good. I don't feel caked up. I don't feel like it's separating and all of this kind of stuff. So it's my go-to. And I mean, it's like what, $6, $8, $10, maybe at most $10. I can live with having a foundation for a lifetime that's only $10. I don't know about you guys, but that's like, you know, super budget friendly. Along with that, my favorite powder is this little e.l.f. matte blotting powder. I did use this today and I hit pan while I was using it, so that's super awesome. This is from like their e.l.f. Plus line. I don't know if you can tell, but I will show you close-ups as well. It's just the matte blotting powder, and I think it's, I don't know if it has a shade name. I don't know if it has a shade name, but if it does, it's translucent probably. But I find that this just sits so nicely under the eyes. It's just easy to sweep on. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't, you know, sit in your fine lines and all that kind of stuff. Right now, because I've been lacking sleep, the bags under my eyes are like really, really bad. You probably can't tell because I'm sitting far away. And I also used my Vasanti, but I just find that this powder doesn't settle into those lines. So I'm not too mad about my under eye area today. I mean, it is what it is. I'm tired. I don't know. I can't do anything about it. Okay, so what do we want to move on to next? We're going to finish up complexion. So I'm going to go into bronzer, highlighter, and blush in the order that I apply. So we'll start with bronzer. For bronzer, I just picked my ABH bronzer in the shade Saddle. The reason I love this one is it's a beautiful red toned bronzer. And I don't know, I've been using this for a while now. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan because this is my most used. It's like the perfect bronzer on me. Like, I love the glow that this gives me. It's just absolutely stunning. Now that I'm like looking at everything, I'm surprised I didn't pick any cream products, but is what it is. So bronzer is usually what I apply first. I find this formula actually blends onto the skin really nice. It also doesn't look cakey. So if you're looking for something like that, then I do recommend this. However, I will say I think most of their bronzers do pull a little bit red toned. So I don't know if they have anything that's a little bit more cool toned or less orangey looking, but this one's very red, and that was the shade Saddle. Not to mention they're cruelty free. I think all of the brands that I have mentioned and I think that I will mention are all cruelty free. So yeah, my highlighter, this is one of my, no, it's not one of my first. It's probably like one of my first like 5 highlighters or something like that. Maybe not even, maybe 10. Let's just say 10. But I fell in love with the formula of this, and I love this shade, and I feel like it could kind of just go with any look. That is the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder in Starlight. Like one of the only bougie things I have. And I'm pretty sure that Kevyn Aucoin is cruelty-free, but this is what the shade looks like. I will do a close-up and I will swatch it for you guys as well. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It just goes on really nice. I'm not wearing that today, so I don't want to say that's what I'm wearing. I'm not. I was going to use all of the products that I laid out, but I don't know. I felt like playing with makeup, so I played with makeup, and then I decided to film this, so it didn't end up being the stuff that I used. For blush, I love this formula. This is the Becca Mineral Blush. The formula is beautiful. I want to get more shades. This is the only shade that I have, but it's the shade that I would pick because it's the most universal, and it seems like I've used quite a bit. This is the Wild Honey. It's just kind of a nude blush. Like, I don't even know, like just wild honey. Like when I think of that, that's exactly what I see. So yeah, it's a beautiful blush. I highly recommend it. I think they have another color called, is it Snapdragon? It's something like that. It's really beautiful too. I think it's more of a pinky tone. So I do recommend that as well. Now for lips, Charlotte only picked a lip combo of a lip liner and a lipstick, so I stuck with that too. I didn't even go with lip gloss, actually, now that I think about it, but you know what, that's okay. So for my lip liner, I picked my Milani Spice. It's super, super stubby now because it's teeny tiny. I've used it a lot, but that's definitely one of my favorites. The shade is beautiful. And for lipstick, I picked Becca as well, and the shade that I picked is Cupid's Kiss. This was, I think, a limited edition. It was a part of the, like, is it Malika? I don't even know because I don't watch that. Keeping Up with the Kardashian stuff. Her and Chloe had collabed or something with Becca. I don't remember. But it's what I like about the Becca lipstick. So these are the Ultimate Lipstick Love. I like that they tell you if it's a warm tone, a cool tone, or a neutral. This one's a neutral, so that's why I picked it. It's kind of like a salted caramel tone. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's super neutral. Goes great with the Spice lip liner, and I love that magnetic closure. Absolutely awesome. For brows, I picked just one product, and I went with my NYX Brow Mascara, the tinted one, and my shade is black. It's not actually black, but I guess it's close. I picked this because it's one of the first brow gel type of things that I tried, and it's the only one that really works for me. So that's what I went with. Okay, so mascara, while I thought it would be an easy one, it was a little bit hard to just pick one because I love trying mascaras. But there's one that I've been using for so long that I've probably bought, like, I don't know how many tubes of it. And it's one that I always have in my collection, and it's cruelty-free in drugstores, so it's affordable. And that is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. If you guys know anything about me, I have decently long lashes, but they're straight as a board. So when I curl my lashes, I always have to heat curl them, so I always use my blow dryer on my eyelash curler, and then I'll clamp and, you know, curl and whatever. But I can't even use a regular mascara for it to stay. I have to use waterproof. So this is the one that I like. If I could, like, go with any other brand, though, one that I wish was cruelty-free, I really wish I could go with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. That's hands down my favorite mascara ever, but it's not cruelty-free, so it's unfortunate. If L'Oreal went cruelty-free, that would be my number one, but it's got to be this CoverGirl Lash Blast. I've bought this tube for years and years and years, and it never fails to impress. It does the job that I need it to do. It holds the curl. It looks natural if I want it to look natural, but it can also look really thick and clumpy if I want it to look that way too. The last product is an eyeshadow palette. This was the hardest thing to pick, okay? It was the hardest thing. Although now that I'm thinking back in the day, like when I only had like one palette, it was just an Urban Decay Naked palette. And that's all I would use. And I think then I got like one Kat Von D or something. Anyway, so I had like maybe 2 at the time. But for the longest time, or you know what? Actually, let me show you. For the longest time, this is not a part of the video. For the longest time, this is what I used. Do you guys remember these? These are the Wet n Wild color icon. This is walking in eggshells. Anyways, that's all I used to use, okay? That was it. Like, that was the only thing. So I had to go and pick an eyeshadow palette, and now there's just so many options. Like, there's so many options. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, what would I use on a daily basis? And you guys saw this in my eyeshadow wardrobe tag, and you probably just saw me pick it up. It is my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts. And the reason I feel like I have to pick this one is it's neutral enough and it's easy enough to play with that it could be a daily palette, but also a going out palette. So I don't know. That's the reason I had to go with this one. But I think it's just absolutely stunning. I'm not wearing this on my eyes today. If you're wondering what's on my eyes, it's the Melt Gemini. But I love, love, love this palette. I've been able to do a neutral look with it. I've been able to do smoky looks with it. The purple and the orange really kind of pop for color if you need it. The only thing that does make me sad is this one doesn't have any greens. And while I was playing with the Melt Gemini, I thought about it, but I was like, then I'm so limited to just green and browns, and I don't like that. So yeah, so that's why I went with my Queen of Hearts, and those are my picks. Eyeliner, so now I guess I was going to tell you. The reason I didn't really pick an eyeliner is I guess you could really, if you wanted to, just use shadow for liner. I typically don't wear eyeliner when I do... Actually, that's a lie. We are going to pick an eyeliner. We're going to twist this up a little, Charlotte, because I can't without my eyeliner. I found her. So I am going to pick an eyeliner. I'm going to pick my Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Pencil in the shade Legend. It's just a deep, dark black shade. This just came off. I don't even know how or why, or that could come off. So I don't normally use eyeliner anyways. The only thing I'll ever line is my tight line, and that's what I use this for. So I think for just lash liner, I could just use shadow. That's no big deal. But I could use this for my tight line. I'm good to go. I don't even need anything else. So we are going to throw that eyeliner in there. I hope that Tara and Heather don't mind that I did that, but I don't know. Maybe Charlotte just doesn't wear eyeliner. I mean, she also didn't pick a lip gloss. I do love lip gloss. Would I pick a lip gloss? Maybe, but I don't really have like one that I'm set on. I feel like it could maybe be the Tower 28, but I haven't worn it enough times to actually know if it's a favorite yet. I think so, though. I think so. It's kind of beating my Fenty Gloss Bomb, I will say. Karen Harris was not wrong about that. Yeah, so that is it for this video. Obviously, as usual, I tag all of you to do this. So if you do this video, please let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to see what your picks are. I'm always so nosy and curious to see what kind of makeup everybody would pick, so I would be really into seeing that. So let me know down in the comments below so that I can go watch. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can always just give it a shot for a couple of videos, and if it's not your cup of tea, you're welcome to leave. I promise it's totally okay. But I would love for you to give our family a chance here on YouTube. We are a friendly little community, and we all get along so well. I have an enormous amount of love for the people in this community, and I would love for you to be a part of it. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. The like button, the thumbs up, whatever it's called. I don't even know. Sometimes I say thumbs down. You can hit that too if you wanted to. Okay, but that's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Love you.